Hi guys, and welcome to the world of 28mm. I'm Adam, and this is building Mordheim Part 2. So what have we done so far? What you're looking at is one of the quarters of the underground subterranean level that we discussed about in the first part. If you haven't seen part 1 of building Mordheim, I'll put a link up in the corner, check it out, because there's lots of good information about planning building your board. So we've created the substructure with packaging polystyrene. Shout out to my mate who grabs that for us. She works at a local supermarket, so thank you very much. When we've put it down, we've made our measurements. We knew we were going to clad it with blue foam, so we've made our measurements exactly 3 mils less than they should be, so that this would sit flush and then the wall would sit flush there. So when you're creating your substructure, always think about how you're going to cover it over. If you've got thin materials like plaster bandage or anything like that, then you don't have to worry about it. But because we're using 3 mil blue foam, we had to make sure our measurements for the substructure were 3 mil smaller than we wanted them to be. Okay. So after we put down the substructure, we then started on the blue foam. As I said, it's 3 mil blue foam that sits nice and flush against the walls. We've engraved it with pens or pencils, whatever we had to hand. So we've got this sort of grid system going on. Now I've got to chip this up and make it look a bit more, abandoned and screwed over. But this is the basis for it for now. We also decided that we do these squares at specific sizes so that it could be used as kind of a dungeon crawler system as well when it's combined with the rest of the board, but we're still sort of contemplating that. So we've done the squares anyway, and that's why they look uniform. I've still got to engrave the walls here and put them all on and put the doorways in here. As we said in the first video, building Mordheim Part 1, in order for you to be able to build this board properly, you need to have a kind of backstory behind it, so you know how the piece functions, or how it would function if it were real. So what we've said for this part is this is subject to change, but this is an old sewer system, and it's in its time it's also been sort of abandoned and used as possibly used as like a dungeon. So the reason why these aren't engraved yet is we're going to have some doors down here, and there's going to be so there'll be 2 there, a big door there, and then 4 or maybe 5 smaller doors along here. Okay, and then that would imply that it is or was used as a dungeon. I've got a piece of blue foam, I know you can't see it, in the front there, and that's going to be the doorway into like the main big cell, and there's going to be a big crate on top here. A metal grate. So that's the functionality for the board. And there we have building Mordheim Part 2. I hope you've enjoyed this episode this week. Feel free to check out my Facebook page, World of 28mm. If you want to share any of your projects, I'm always eager to see other people's work. Oh, just a quick on the blue foam. If you want to see how to engrave blue foam, check out my wall tutorial or my cobblestone tutorial, and that will show you how. And the usuals for the video. Okay, so like it if you liked it, share if you think anyone else would like to see it, and don't forget to subscribe for next week's episode. Have fun.